Hi guys, here we are. As we've planned, Uti, we'll be having an unwinding session called Pens Down Kancane. This is a campaign that is brought to you by Love Life and in collaboration with M-Tutors Academy. And then M-Tutors Academy, as you all know, or if you don't know, it's a program or a tutoring program that is based at Ivory Park and surrounding areas, but it runs in the premises of Ivory Park Secondary School, which is based in Ivory Park. So it offers high school tutoring lessons based on maths, your pure maths, your maths lit, accounting, physics, life sciences, and geography. And then we've been doing Matric course nights. So we are only left with 2 sessions. If you're at Ivory Park or any surrounding area around Ivory Park, do come join us. And for the purpose of this session, Mangani Bami, Pens Down Kancane is just a year-end campaign that is purposely for unwinding session for Matric. Exams can be strenuous, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So you do once in a while to have a day whereby you just gather your feelings back in one place and then be a person, embrace your human being. You understand? So today our topic is how to effectively prepare for exams. And as we all know, they say preparation leads to better results. So anything that you do, immediately you have a goal, you set a goal, you must prepare. So firstly, number one, first thing that I want to talk about is set a goal setting. So you have to set your goals clearly. You have to set your goals and know what you are aiming for. And then everything will fall in place. Everything will follow after that. So after setting the goals out, you set the goals out, and then after set the goals out, and then you come and then automaka planning, proper planning. How do you effectively prepare? How do you effectively prepare for exams? Yes, as I give what set the goals out clear. Let's say example, I've been getting 70%, 75% comments throughout the year. And now my goal for final exam is I want to see myself getting an 80. That's a clear goal. You want to see yourself getting an 80 for your final year end exam. And then you come back, proper planning. Planning for academics starts with a schedule. You draw up your timetable. You draw up your study timetable. And for you to draw up your study timetable, you level your final exam timetable, and then the time that you have, the normal calendar timetable, and then you sit down and draw up your own timetable. And I'm a timetable to are fine. Remember, we are not the same. It can take me 2 days to prepare for Maths Lit paper 2, and then it can take the next person 5 days. We are not the same. So your planning must be very much personalized and realistic to yourself. Again, so realistic, you must be real, because if I say it takes you 5 days to prepare, truth be told is that you don't have the 5 days. So you must be realistic. And then after you having your schedule, your timetable, your study timetable should clearly stipulate on this day, at this moment, at this time, I'll be starting with accounting paper 2 or whichever subject up until this time. And then at this time, it's a leisure time. A leisure time, you can be busy with your phone without feeling guilty. If you are busy with your phone during studying, that's very wrong. That's something those are the don'ts. One of the things that falls under the don'ts while you are studying. And then after you've compiled your study timetable, you must be disciplined. You must be disciplined and follow your timetable. Let your timetable bind you and instruct on how you conduct yourself during the day and guide you on how you live during your day. So if timetable you only have 2 hours to spend on your phone, at least try to respect that. Remember why there is a timetable. It's because you want to reach your goal. So everything is a cycle. We started with setting up our goal, we planned, and now we must be disciplined. Discipline, stick to your timetable, stick to your study schedule. So discipline can accommodate a lot of things. Discipline is an umbrella word for your respect, your time management. If you are managing your time well as planned, you are disciplined. If you respect your schedule, you are disciplined. You understand me, Mganwam? So discipline, it's an umbrella word that can be used in many occasions. But in simple terms, if udera ntwelo you are supposed to do, okay, there's a question coming through. How do I stay disciplined to my timetable? It goes back to point number 1. You have your goal. Use the goal that you have as a motivation, as the biggest motivation. You understand me? If now, like example, myself, I'm at the University of Pretoria, I'm preparing for an exam. I know that if I don't prepare well or I don't stick to my timetable, I might not get an exam entrance. Not getting an exam entrance means what? I will repeat a module. Repeating a module means what? I must have money to fund that module because my bursary won't fund that module twice. You see, so it's a chain. So if you're in Matric and there comes a time whereby you feel like you become a little bit ill-disciplined from your timetable, think about why you must pass, because your goal channelang or so use your why as your direction. Okay, this is why I'm doing this, and then that will, trust me, that will put you in it'll faka I understand. Like, I know it's hard. A day comes differently, and then we experience different emotions every day, and then we might not have same emotions every day. So hence you must have your own biggest self-motivation, which is your goals. Hence I said your goals must be clear, and they must be clear to you. You understand? So being disciplined, enye indlela yokuba disciplined ukuthi you must see your plan every day. So example, what I did personally, being a timetable, efonini yami ngibhalile, right? And then I made copies, and then I took a photo. My profile picture was my timetable. At the back of my door, it was my timetable. So encwadini phakathi kwefile yami school bekini, the bag I used to go to school with, there's my timetable. So you always know what you are supposed to be doing at that time. And if you're not doing that thing, you will immediately remember, no. What I'm doing is very much wrong. And then, and then how disciplined to your timetable and your study schedule. That means what? You will be consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. And it is true. Consistency is key. If you're consistent in something, then it means there's a clear direction of winning. You understand? And celebrate your small wins. You know, since it's all about else, just studying, and then there's maths, and then there's physics, there's accounting, there's economics. You can name them, whatever that is giving you problems. So the best way to keep yourself in a very good mood to attempt anything that is giving you problems, celebrate your small wins. Be consistent. If you be consistent on your timetable for like 2 days, celebrate that. You understand? Even in your timetable, like have your own mini celebrate times and say, okay, now for the past 3 days, I've been consistent with timetable. Okay, now I can add my leisure time in 1 hour. You understand? And then now you will feel empowered. Okay, if you enjoy that extra 1 hour, you go by a phone or you bola or you jogger, depending on during your leisure time, what you do, because leisure time is very much important so that because in Yako it becomes saturated. So your break time is whereby your mind processes everything, because if you continue studying while your mind is saturated, you will study, but your mind won't process anything into the long-term memory. You understand that? Hence, but at least study for a maximum of 2 hours, take a 10 minutes break, another 2 hours, 10-15 minutes break. The 10-15 minutes break is for your mind to process whatever that you have studied for the past 2 hours into your long-term memory. It makes sense, ne? Yeah, it makes sense. And then mengisakhuluma ngeconsistency ukuthi if you be consistent, celebrate your small wins. You understand? Because it takes a lot to be consistent in your schedule. So you must celebrate that. You understand? So if you celebrate yourself, no muntu uzozwisisa ukuthi, oh, okay, no, you love yourself, and celebrating your small wins is also a form of self-love. So there are a lot of factors, a lot of underlying factors is corner in terms of exam preparations, but we can't really see them. But if you clearly stick to lawa eswabonayo, like sticking to a timetable, being disciplined, being consistent, even the finer details, aqala ukuziveza. You understand? Because your exam preparation period, you must make sure ukuthi it stays healthy as possible, because you don't want to find yourself depressed during exam preparation period. You really don't have the time to be depressed, and now you are undergoing emotional breakdowns during exam period. But that one is how to cope with stress during exam season. The reason I brought it up is because I know Guti, exam season is very much stressful, because now you are thinking, Guti, okay, I don't know if you one or have you now in Benjamusbuzi Guti, what if I don't make it? What if I don't make it? Do you know the magnitude layer question and I would like, what if I don't make it? And then now and then it affects you, it affects the progress. So Leo will extensively discuss that under how to cope with stress, which is our next topic. And then if we manage, we are still within iskati for this session, we can touch on it, and then we'll continue with it on our next session. And then the last point that I have on me, okay, the Makalzolekula says, let me read the question. I normally study for 3 hours and 10 minutes. I normally study for 3 hours and 10 minutes after every 50 minutes. Oh, so if I understand your point correctly, it's 3 hours, but the 3 hours is composed of 50 minutes studying and 10 minutes breaks. So the 3 hours consist of 3 study sessions in between. Take minutes break, yes, that's right. So look, the Makazo studies for 3 hours, right? But the 3 hours, it has 3 segments. First 50 minutes of studying, and then a 10 minutes break. The 10 minutes break goes back to what I've said, Uguti. Your mind is saturated, you understand? And then there's a reason why the Makazo studies for 50 minutes, which is a point that I had on my last, as my last key factor. Self-motivation and self-discovery. You understand? He has discovered that angithi science 82 hours, an average of 2 hours. But yena personally, he manages 50 minutes. You understand? After 50 minutes, his mind is saturated, and then he relaxes his mind, let his mind process the information into the long-term memory by doing what? By taking a 10 minutes break. And let me talk about the break, Bangani bami. A break must be a break. A break must be a break, you understand? Don't take a break, uyenze another activity that requires extensive thinking. A break is supposed to let your mind rest. So, Master Tama break, let's make sure your break doesn't require extensive thinking. While you are trying to let it rest. And then the last point, to touch on my last points, self-discovery. I've already made an example of situation. You must discover yourself, of which I expect which by now you have discovered yourself, what works for you. You can name them, your study methods, your visual. You have discovered yourself by now, which, okay, this is how I best function. This is how I best work. These are the times I best work. If now I'm a night rider, I call myself an out because I work best ebusuku. And in the way we the best ebusuku, I require total silence when I work. You understand? And then, so ngisebenza ebusuku, mayaqala ithi 10 abantu balala, that's my time to work. So I expect ukuthi abangani bami by now they've used unyaka wonke to discover themselves. And then self-motivation. Mologadi Maleka bulela ngaphelelwa namathe emlonyeni abakafeel like mara kanong, but ke try or motivator or to inspire you. But if you are not self-motivated, it's difficult for me to have that motivating effect on you. So as a person, you must be self-motivated. And personally, what keeps me motivated, you can find any little thing to motivate yourself. I'll give an example with the few minutes that I left. Mina, I come back from a background, not a rich background. I don't want to say a poor background, just not a rich background. That it's a motivation to me, Uguti. In 10 years' time, I should be out of the place, and I must have the capacity or keep the rest of my family in that situation. That's what kept me going during my Matric year, and that is also what still keeps me going Langcorn. You understand? Knowing very well ukuthi isimo sasendlini asikho sharp. Looking back at home, you don't smile. That always gives me the passion and the energy to work and move forward, because nyazi ukuthi if I trip and fall, the situation is not going to look good at all. So even if I trip and fall, when I look back, I have the drive to stand up and move forward. So Skeem Saga, I hope you've learned something from this video, and going forward, you'll try to apply what I've talked about in terms of preparing for your exams. So just a brief summary, talked about time management, goal setting, proper planning, discipline, consistency, self-discovery, and self-motivation. Thank you.
Yeah, I like his work. I didn't really know that he's going to take this short, and yeah, I'm glad that I managed to join, and yeah, I hope the metrics are going to be fine from here. I'm going to enjoy this session. Thank you.